I mean, it would be so nice to have these stats, right? Like, I know that for myself, I tried to switch things up 50-50, but I'm sure that my heat map will tell me that I do have some type of bias.
For sure. I think Mechabellum is so great with data. So while we wait for the APIs to become, universal and everywhere, for now we have some hard work behind the scenes. A lot of people making this production happen, and it is really awesome to see.
Now, we've had a patch recently. Have you gone to test out some stuff? Like, what is there any takeaway for you?
Not strongly, to be honest with you. Um, I'm still learning the modern patch. Like I think the changes we've had lately have been crazy. Like of course the unlock stuff and hounds with fire and just hounds in general. So yeah, I'm still learning. How about yourself?
Well, I think the most noticeable one, or unnoticeable, because we've had some removal of the free unit drops, right? So not having to deal with that level 3 Mustang, I think, has been fantastic. And then, of course, level 2 Farseer can't show up early anymore either. I think those have been some good changes. I've been playing around a little bit with Phantom and Oil. I actually think that's
Ooh.
very powerful on defense, and it's such a cheap combination of techs. They didn't buff its cost, but I just realized yesterday that that tech costs 100.
Yeah, that is very cool. Super cheap tech, and yeah, I was testing it in the testing grounds the other day. The blotch of oil is frigging massive.
Yeah, it's crazy. And hot dogs have been making a wave, but the game is
True.
about to start, so let's see what the players will be opting in for in game one.
Yeah, let's go. Looks like some nice packs. Looks like a unit SPCs here for Flower Fairy, Steelsane as well, but goes for the quick. All right.
A saber-tooth pickup. It has been getting buffed, but I'm not too sure that it's made up for its bad matchups, because what they did is they gave it more DPS, but that doesn't really help against things like steel balls and sledges and stormcrawlers, which they already one-shot anyway. So kind of surprised to see Steelsane here opting for that pack, which has very low hit points, mind you. And his opponent, Sledgehammer Arc, I think he'll be pretty happy in this matchup.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's interesting that they buffed the Saber attack damage because, as you said, doesn't really help with the opener. So it's like they said that the problem is it's a weak opener, but then they don't give it opening power. So I'm not really sure what their thought is with that. Maybe just trying to make it better late game.
Now, Steelsane did have a lot of money available there, and will opt to use most of it. We get triple deployment, double arc light, and one more crawler pickup. Opting to go for the left side this time, so the heat map there, not giving us any information. Or perhaps Steelsane knowingly now deploying left side.
Wow, true. The mind games have already started.
Truly. Well, it's a symmetrical deploy from Flower Fairy anyway. Looks like we're gonna have some crawlers aiming for that right tower, and taking down these sledges is gonna take a while.
Yeah, that tower pressure might come in handy. Let's see if he can take down a Saber or not. It's a close round, but I think the Saber's got it.
I mean, one of them will fall.
Oh, yeah, maybe not.
It's full health though. You might be wait, other tower debuff? Oh boy, these
Oh,
crawl they deserve a medal. That is some wild value.
those pesky crawlers, man.
I mean, this is a great start for Flower, but I wouldn't be too happy if I were in Steel Saint shoes. Like, your hit points are dwindling, and he used most of his money in that first round.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as quick supply, you certainly want to get some tempo going into it. These cards don't seem very helpful. Steel Sane taking his time, though. Maybe considering that quick teleport.
Oh, I do like quick teleport. I think if you're playing aggro, it's such a easy pickup, especially seeing the other options here. Nothing is catching my eye, so I wouldn't mind picking it. Of course, we all know that round 2 Phoenix is a very strong play, a fan favorite,
True.
so you could skip to just get 2 of those on the board as well.
Yeah, but actually, Wasp, wow, okay. Those have been less popular lately, but I'm sure they're still very powerful.
I
He
mean,
does run
with
jump drive. Whoa. Immediately.
instinct pick, yeah, I mean, you get 5 movement speed out of it, right? So with the
That's
quick
why he did it.
teleport and that bonus speed, that tower should be gone in no time.
This is such a throwback. Can you remember back in, like, what was it, season 2 or 1 that had all kinds of Wasp jump drive?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. So,
I'm
yeah, you
still
were
scarred by
vocal.
this.
You were certainly vocal about that, I think.
I mean, it got to a point where I just knew that it was gonna happen, and I would just like I would start missile striking preemptively on like missile spec and stuff, just to like try and hit the wasp pack. And sometimes I'd be right.
But of course, now that it's 100 cost, it is way more costly. So that's gonna hurt his economy.
Well, it's a good bounce back, and we get some packs. Those
Whoa,
phoenixes
the
available
fangs are
for free.
clutch. He doesn't even have to defend the wasp anymore. He can just chuck those behind the towers. Easy.
Yeah, that is true. Level 2 Fang will definitely be able to contest those wasps. They did get a level, so it's still a little bit tricky, but
Yeah,
a
it's
nice defensive
dicey.
tool regardless.
I think you just pair it with like another chaff and then you're fine.
I
Ranges the
think
arc lights.
yeah, I mean the one thing is look at this board from Flower. Just look at the amount of chaff that's on the board all of a sudden. And the
That's
only thing for
insane.
Steel is 2 untech arc lights. Okay, a third one now, but that still looks like a real pain to get through.
Yeah, do you think he's gonna need like alternative chaff clear this game?
I mean, you have to, right? We're already looking at 5 packs of Fangs. A shield on top of that would be disastrous, but 5 ranged arc lights on round 3? And I wouldn't be too confident going for something like Mustang.
Yeah, it makes sense. We'll have to see if he just spams a bunch of arc lights. But in the meantime, a huge Air Force attack on the right. We got 4 Phoenixes and a blue Wasp and the Sentry Missile. Can it take it down and get the tower? That would be huge.
It should be able to.
Huge. Yeah, that's great. Still have those Sabers left on the right. Crawlers coming in. Lots of air left. This should be a win here for Steelsane.
Ooh, I'm not too sure though. I mean, okay, there's still an Arclight left getting rid of some Fangs, but even after the debuff, I can see about 1.5 packs of Fangs remaining alive. The Marksman fighting very hard.
Wow.
Oh, doesn't quite get it done.
Yeah, that Marksman was incredible, though. I thought this was going to be way more one sided. That's just a minus 50 in Fairy's books.
Yeah,
Not
I
to
mean,
mention,
the high mobility did get picked up, but I don't think that's worth it for just chip damage.
yeah, exactly. Instant lasers. I didn't even see the cards.
I mean, do you have to? It's just a solid item, man. Oh boy.
Whoa.
Okay, well, I mentioned it, but I wasn't expecting it this early.
That might be the earliest I've seen it in high MMR in like forever.
Shield Fang round 4 and double Fang deploys. Okay, I see you, Flower Fairy. 7 Fangs now.
Is that the new skin, by the way? The steel skin?
It is, yeah. It does look great on the sledges as well.
Beautiful. Dang, this is hype.
Now we just need those Mustangs too. I love how like there's this they all have that kind of golden cockpit.
Yeah,
Looks
exactly.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's really cool. Well, let's see. The millions of chaff and Fang shield. Will it be enough? Definitely the wasps are not going to be too happy about it.
Yeah, those wasps are not as successful as they were in their first round.
Oh my gosh, the left side is just getting crushed.
Yeah, the arcs are just they're a bit outmatched here. Too many Fang deploys.
What do
7
you
packs,
try
but
though? Do you hot dog? Do you
well,
war crimes? Like,
I mean, yeah, maybe you try fire, but it's always a bit tricky to try and play fire as the aggro player because there's a chance you'll be running into it yourself.
yeah, or bubbles in the right spots. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
tricky. Not a lot of HP either. Yeah, I don't know. You need something though.
I mean, typically it'd be something like Mustang, but into this board of arc lights, and now most of them hitting level 2, I'm not too sure that's what you want to go for. Could go for Wraith as well, of course, but there's this one marksman on the field with the level 4 and the laser sight, which could ruin your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, for sure. These sabers have just been pretty sad all game. I mean, there's just a million bodies on the battlefield here. There's the Mustangs. He does run Splash, so maybe that'll be showcased. Like with this much chaff, I think you can justify Splash eventually.
Yeah, I'm never too big of a fan of it, but I have to say in this instance, it might be like the one situation where you do click it. Round 4 Shield Fang is quite something.
For sure. Next time I see blue fangs like that in a unit reinforcement, maybe I will try taking it and doing this early shield thing because it looks pretty strong.
Yeah, it's also just like the starter pack again from Steel, right?
True.
Um, Having to build Arc Saber, the Sabers really haven't getting much done. If you look at them, left one, it's a level 2, by the way, can hit for up to 16k a shot. It dealt 2.6k damage last round, and the other one, even worse, only dealt 1,000.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, these are like a
Oh,
fish out of water against this board.
but they buffed in the opener. Surely it's good in the openers now. Oh man, painful.
I mean, at the very least, they're tanking, but that level 4 marksman, as soon as it connects, I'm sure it will make mincemeat out of those sabers.
For sure, yeah. At least they are tanking, as you said. I mean, maybe the Mustangs can get some experience. There are some blue fangs. There's blue arc lights. Like, if there's one thing that can bring this back, it's maybe some Mustang levels.
Well, I will say the left side looks more promising this time around. Getting to the last pack of fangs on that side, maybe just maybe, but the arc lights untouched will
Oh
happily
man,
gobble up those Mustangs. And
that's a
are we
1,000
hitting
damage.
some level 3s? Yeah, this is ooh,
That's very scary here. I mean, yeah, if we get these levels, maybe we're online here, but no, no levels.
another laser sight. Could be good on the Mustangs. Super supply picked up from Flower on round 6, mind you. That is
Wow.
that is what we call BM. I'm not gonna lie.
Now, I do need to mention that Steelsane took 3 super supplies on the last MAG1 day that he played. Just insanity, but now he won't take 1 on round 6?
Well,
Man.
mind you, they actually had like the early super supplies as well in that game, right? But this is the
Yes.
first time it shows up, and that'll only start making Flower Fairy profit on round 9. And when you're looking at an opponent with 1600, I feel like you can just play for the end, right? Within the next 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah, true. It's super interesting. We got elite arclight, elite marksman on the arclight here. So yeah, really leaning into that. I think that is really nice against the Mustangs here. Maybe not enough DPS for those Sabertooths. I feel like the only reason why the last fight was close was the Sabertooths were tanking forever here.
Yeah, this is. I mean, maybe Steel here can get some tempo if you can hit these sledgehammers head on,
Yeah, yeah, these
which he will
Scorpions.
do. But
Case.
typically, Arclight is winning into Scorpion just because they can outrange with the Elite, which has already been picked up, and EMP is available.
I mean, that was sort of like true in the old patch, but since then, the experience nerfs have been insane. So like, I'm not 100% sure I'm on board with that anymore. We'll have to see.
Well, they have been insane, but at the same time, if we look at this board from Flower, I don't feel like he's felt that experience nerf.
Yeah, this game has been kind of wild with the experience trading, but that was a huge comeback. What the heck? I mean, super supply, of course, but like, come on, that was insane. Scorpion's good, maybe Rooster. I know you don't like them, but he started winning when he bought them.
True. I mean, hey, there's a reason that these players are here, and we're not. So I can't
True,
argue. Can't argue with that.
very true, very true.
Level 2 Vulcan picked up, and 3 Farseers for Steelsane. That's a
Whoa,
sizable amount of deployments.
yeah, for sure. Ooh, this oil play looks
But
nasty. Can you read that?
I mean,
I guess you
I
could,
guess I
right?
feel like if you see the Vulcan, I feel like you should start thinking, wait a second, Vulcan is a very easy way to ignite oil. So typically when people go for this thing, it is off of something like a Vulcan drop. So maybe at the same time you're playing aggro, so it's not going to be too easy to shield. I mean, he can shield this.
Yeah, it might just be
Are you
shield
willing to
time.
invest it? Yeah, well, he's only got 200 resources left and a deployment as well. Temp range has been
Hmm.
clicked. He could loan potentially. It is round 7, which I think is kind of the average round to start loaning.
Okay, there it is. And there's a bubble. Oh, huge, huge.
Okay.
Charge shot. Okay, he really wants to kill that scorpion.
Charge shot is. I'm a bit surprised about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fire will get lit on fire here. I mean, the oil. But, the Mustangs are safe in the bubbles, and the bubbles are a lot of tempo here, and the bubbles are falling for Flower Fairy before Steel Sane.
His Farseers are still alive, and I would say he got more value out of that unit drop than Flower Fairy. That blue Vulcan just disappeared in no time, and the amount of fire it put down really doesn't seem to bother Steelsane's units too much.
Yeah, 100%. Now, the problem is the Mustangs are dwindling. I guess the Scorpions can probably clean things up, but not a huge... Oh, no, he's just getting cleaned up.
Yeah, I mean, these arc lights,
They're
they might have
nasty.
charge shots, but they've also got the levels. Level 5 available there in front of the left tower.
With super supply starting to pay off. Oh, and advanced targeting. Crazy.
Well, don't get ahead of yourself. He's even currently, okay? He's paid back the loan.
Uh-huh.
Still have one more round to go before he starts making profit.
For sure, but man, winning that round tells you that he's in a bad spot, Steelsane.
Yes. But I feel like he's been on the back foot for most of the game, so honestly, the fact that he's managed to pull this back somewhat and Flower Fairy is now in sub 2k is maybe a good sign.
Yeah, it could be. I'm just worried for the Mustangs. I feel like they don't really have a bodyguard. Like, I think you need the bubbles once again, but man, that's so expensive.
I mean, there isn't really any spells, right, that were offered, so he could be
Hot
fine here
dogs.
not going for anything. Hot dogs being picked up, yeah.
That's interesting. So he's got the oil as well. Now the bubbles here look great for Flower Fairy, and everything should stay pretty far back. And I don't think there's any potential to like instant pop the bubbles either. So not sure how good the hot dogs will be here.
I mean, some of the fire will land on the right side, like in the middle of the board and kind of on the right side of the tower, but most of it does get blocked.
Yeah. We'll have to see how this plays out. It's a big investment too. Like the hot dogs are just gonna die to the arc lights in seconds. Oof. Lots of Mustangs falling, unfortunately. That's the problem. The Scorpions are just not in front because of the range deficit there. The fire does look nice, but there's a million arc lights left. I think Flower Fairy's got it.
Yeah, there's just too many. And I mean, it was an admirable fight, but I think Steelsane there kind of on the back foot from round one. Not a good matchup. Didn't really manage to make use out of that quick supply. And, well, Flower Fairy makes it look rather easy with the arc carry in his first game. 2.6k MMR, by the way. I had not seen that yet. That is
Same.
disturbing.
Is this real life? Like, what is that?
that is monstrous. Like, what are we looking at?
Seriously. Well, that's no surprise who got through here. I mean, he's definitely the favorite, and Steel, maybe an underdog story for him, but he's not out yet.
No, he isn't. And when it gets the best of threes, right, you have a little bit more wiggle room. A loss like this won't mean the end, and you can mount a comeback. But in the best of ones, it's brutal. Don't get the opener you want, or you make a bad read, and well,
Yeah.
Fairy will punish accordingly and go into that second best of one, hoping to maybe get into the finals right away after 2 games. That would be quite the show of force.
For sure. Now, Flower Fairy's bounty is now up to 7. That is
7?
insane. Yes.
Ooh.
He is worth $70 if you can take him down. Just one game.
I mean, even if you end up losing, I mean, he would have to somehow get into the best of threes. But even if you end up losing to them, if you can get that one game, that's already kind of worth it, you know?
I know, right? That's a payday. Dillo's the only person who has taken him down this open season. And in the previous season, Flower Fairy basically didn't lose a single game, I think. So, I mean, yeah, he's not easy to take even one game off. Props to Dillo.